Welcome to the Phoenix Business Exchange. This is the East End edition on this fine Wednesday. If you happen to be in the Ottawa Valley looking on in, it's slightly damp, but it's good. The grass is growing. I'm sure the mosquitoes won't be far behind. And so it is the beginning of the month. And so if you are a Phoenix member, please share your stats with Tony. So that way he can update it, because we're going to be doing a round robin of stats, which you'll see shortly as I share the screen. And you should be seeing it load up now. All right. So to get to the screen, if you're outside looking in, pbex.ca. So pbex.ca or phoenixbusinessexchange.ca. All right. Member of the week, Patricia Ramirez. She sells Melaleuca products. And you want to know more? Click on her e-card right here or watch the video. It'll help you figure out, if she's the one for you. And now, how to get into these meetings? Well, there's Monday morning, Bell's Corners, East End today, and Thursday morning, tomorrow, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time, is the West End or South End group. Come on in. You're more than welcome to, if you're a business and you want to, connect with us, kind of check things out, roll on in. Now, May 6th, that's already happened. But what happens is Penny Lee hosts that group, and she helps keeps us accountable to what we're doing, and not so much as a matronly way, but just to keep us on track. So that way, we know that we have a goal to achieve. She helps us get to that goal. Easter egg wins every Tuesday, free to attend, 8 to 9 Eastern Standard Time. And folks from across Canada, some from the States and some from Europe attend that session. Again, free to attend. Tuesdays. Tune in with Tony on Fridays. You can try it on Tuesdays, but it won't work so good. But on Fridays, you can connect with Tony at 1:30 p.m. And you know what? If you're having a really kind of a odd week, or you just need to get harmonized, it's a good place to have a meditation piece. Penny Lee's got dancing, movement is medicine with Nia classes, and click on that. And if you need to get your physical body moving around as opposed to just getting hum in the head, then that's the perfect place to be. There is a potluck. That's this Friday. It's not a Zoom. It's in person. You can try it by potluck, or by Zoom. But yeah, anyhow.
Tastes different.
yeah. You'd be tasting your own food. River Lounge, South End group, May 29th. So that's the Thursday group, 7:30, in person, no Zoom. And now, if you're trying to go, listen, I want to talk to that person I saw on the screen, click the QR directory for all members and then work your way around. You'll find that information. What the QR directory is all about is the business card. So if you're a Phoenix Business Exchange member, you get a business card. And part of that process gets you a QR code like you see over my shoulder. And what happens is it makes it easier for people to get a hold of you, either by your email, by your cell phone, office phone, whatever your preference is. But it takes away the friction. That's the important part. Year to date, we've used that card has been used 1,743 times. So that means people have used that to track down one of us in this group in a good way. $4.8 million worth of business has been conducted between members since 2016. Year-to-date values are $71,195 in referrals, and that's just business between members. Again, it kind of shows the reason to be in the group, because there's a lot of transactions happening. All right, I'm going to hit the stop share, and I would imagine Tony has a educational moment that he wants to share. Yep, I thought so. Tony, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bernie. I was looking at many different aspects of our own quality. Sometimes we have a hard time finding good quality in other businesses. I know it doesn't take long before I deal with a business and they don't get back to me. They say one thing, and when I go to show up to take a look at the product, it's something else. And then when they're called on it, and I said, well, I thought you said that it does this, that, and the other thing. I'm just going through this now with the process of making some purchases for some inventory for me. And they said, oh, yeah, that doesn't include the stuff that we said. But the reason I'm here is because of the stuff you said. So right away, there's a question mark that goes on my head. So now I got to call and make sure I get enough questions put out so that, because I have to do my due diligence, right? So if the client has to work that hard to make sure they're buying the right product because they're hearing something, and then when you go to look at it or you're asking questions and it's something different, then all of a sudden the shift goes from trust in you to now they have to ask a lot of questions to make sure that the purchase they're making is what they want, right? So before you do any of that, the best position to be in is if you're in that high integrity category. In other words, what you say is what you do. And if you accidentally, and I've done it, if you accidentally say something that something's included, then I just include it because I want what I say to be what happens. But out there, it's not the same at all. Like I know if I go to Arizona, I'll get exactly what I'm paying for. And same with Wendy and many, many others. You say what you do and your heart is on your sleeve. I love businesses like that because that way I don't have to work so hard. It is just easier to trust people, isn't it? Than just to go through the 52 steps to make sure that you're getting the product that you're supposed to because if you don't ask, it's your fault. I don't really like that. But, if I'm forced to do that, then I'll do it. But I would rather trust a business. So there should be a good level of integrity. Businesses that have a high level of integrity, they do really very well because anything that they do, people get the product and everything that they said was going to happen, happened. And it just there. The people that have a low level of integrity, they just get whatever they can get away with. I'm working on a product right now that I'm thinking of buying again. I bought it the first time. I had some questions because some things aren't working as well as expected. So I've already emailed them twice. One, I emailed the company that distributed the product, and they said, "Oh, you'll have to talk to the manufacturer." Okay, fine. I get it. If you're a distributor, get it. So talk to the manufacturer, sent them 2 emails just to say, I've had a couple of questions on some things. It's not working as advertised or as expected. Am I doing something wrong? I'm not saying I need a refund because I need the product, but it's not working as well as, so maybe there's an adjustment, something. I've already sent 2 emails over the last 2 to 3 weeks. No response. Don't care. It's like they're only in the sales business. And I'm about ready to buy another one. So where does the customer service come in for you? And where does the sales come in for you? Realizing that if I'm happy with something, I may buy it again because I need another one of these products for another project. But now I'm not sure if I'm going to buy it from them. There's about 3 distributors. I thought they were the best at the time, but it's really showing their colors. All right. So when you say going through a level of integrity, what you say is what you do. And sometimes by mistake, I'll mistake something over and promise a client that if they get this, it includes other features. And they says, "Oh, geez, it didn't include that." Oh well, like I said it, so I'll have to comply. But I'll just tell them that if I get a referral based on that, I made the mistake. But because I told you, I'm honoring it. But in other words, if you send me people and expect me to keep going, yeah, that won't happen. But for you, because I told you directly, so that it shows that there's a level of integrity there. But it's really hard to find in the marketplace. Now that we're mostly, statistically, spending a lot of time online, we're buying products online like never before. Amazon is going to have another record year, and many other companies, Etsy, and the list goes on. But as we start looking at those companies that aren't with Amazon or at
We lost Tony.
We certainly did.
I was just going
Hang
to say
on.
that, yeah.
That was
I'm going to
weird.
hit record to cloud. That's because his signal dropped at his end.
Oh.
And meanwhile, Eric Sinego is coming in. So I don't know. So we're back to recording in the cloud. Well, we'll just have to wait for Tony to come back. Eric, welcome to the Phoenix Business Exchange East End edition. Just in time, Tony just dropped off. And we're going to do a quick round robin. So I don't know if we're still, custom live streaming services seems to be on. Oh, well, we'll just swing it. You know what? We'll start doing our introductions. And who are you? Where are you? What do you want to? What do you want us to know about? And BAMs and referrals. You know, BAMs are being business activity meetings. And we'll start off with Sam, and then we'll go to Susan. Sam, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Barney. Good morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday to you all. There's my contact information in the chat. Sam Stirs Connected Cars. I'm also known as Dashcam Sam because I installed dash cameras, nice and neat. No wires hanging down right to the fuse panel of the car. A great device in case you have an accident or someone hits you and takes off on you. Besides that, I do oil changes, brake jobs, doing lots of tire rotations these days. And, well, I also do oil changes that help people out when it comes to their turbocharged engines. If you have one in your vehicle or you're thinking about buying one, there's special cautions that you should do when you own a vehicle with a turbocharged engine. And there's a lot more these days out there. So if you're interested in knowing more, contact me or listen for my next presentation because that's what I'm going to be talking about. Let's see, BAMS wise. Let's see. Brenda Lee, I donated to her cause there last week, and our friend Norm Boye was here last week, and I did an oil change on his company van, and the guy who did his tires told him he did front brakes, and lo and behold, when I had the equipment all that ready for him. He did not need front brakes. He had 8 millimeters of brakes, probably 3,000 kilometers still left on those front brakes, so that saved him a few bucks. That's it for me. Sam Stirs Connected Cars. Today's mobile electronics without the cost of the vehicle, and a lot more.
Sam, thank you so much. You will also notice in the chat just prior to Sam posting his contact details is the LinkedIn Live feed. So just you can fire that off. Also, if you know of a landscaper, that's one of the services we're looking for inside the Phoenix Group because 'tis the season. All right, it's either snowplow season or it's fixing that lawn. Susan, over to you, and then we will go to Redmond. Susan, go ahead.
Thank you so much, Bernie. Good morning, everyone. My name is Susan McGarry. I'm your health and wellness participant in the group. Now, when I say that, what do I mean? I partnered up with a company called Pure Trim. They're a business that manufactures and distributes Mediterranean-based health and wellness supplements. Well, what does that mean? Well, we carry a line of products that address joint pain, muscle pain, so that's arthritic pain, digestion, which could be associated to colon, gas, or bloating, hair loss through menopause, eyebrows, eyelashes, top of your head, and an amazing protein meal replacement. And I'm noticing when I'm out there in the industry in front of people, a lot of people are now buying these because groceries go up so high. So it's not just for weight loss, it's for wellness as well. And one thing I love about our president and CEO, he's absolutely obsessed with the taste of our products. So you're not going to get any chalky, yucky, blah taste to any of our products. And a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're plant-based, organic. So it's real food. That being said, if there is anyone that you know that is suffering from joint pain, muscle pain, weight management, hair loss, or they're just wanting to improve their digestion, have them reach out to me. Like Tony said, I'm not motivated by money, but by integrity and honesty. And I've been doing it for 25 years. Everything I have and earned is my home, my car is all thanks to Pure Trim. So with that, I'll pass it back to you, Bernie. No BAMs and no anything else to report back. So back to you. Thank you.
Susan, thank you so much. Next little quick promo is East Trade Winds. So that is the Zoom link to come on in and just register once, or you can keep hitting the register button and you'll come on in. Redmond and then Wendy. Redmond, over to you, sir.
Hi, Bernie. Thanks. Hi, everyone. Revin O'Brien with Debt Redoundable Lawyers Professional Corporation. Our law firm, it's located downtown. We practice in a variety of areas of law, family law, wills and estates, real estate, personal injury law. And really, it's about, for the way that I work for clients, about solving their problems, like in different types of service with different types of service providers and professionals, business businesses. People can come in the area of family law where I work with real disputes or things that need to be solved, need to have an agreement done, have parties sit down with a mediator and whatever our clients need in that space, as well as reviewing wills, doing a new will for somebody. So coming up with a solution according to their legal rights. We're here to do in English and in French. Um, and in terms of BAMs, looking to have a BAM with Dwight pretty soon with his catering company. And Susan McGarry, I just have a referral for the nitric oxide product there. My family member, that presentation a few weeks ago. And it was fortunate to have a podcast with you, Bernie. Thanks again very much. A few weeks ago. Get a great learning opportunity for that kind of situation there of presenting on your business in that kind of scenario. So Reverend O'Brien with Odette Regamba Lawyers Professional Corporation, protecting your rights is our priority.
Redmond, thank you so much. So here comes the repeat after me. Phoenix Business Exchange has a golf tournament September 4th from 2:30. $88 gets you 9 holes and a cart. We're looking for both golfers and sponsors, and we're setting up something with a swag company and hopefully have something sorted out by the end of the week. Wendy, over to you, and then we will go to Eric. Go ahead, Wendy.
Perfect. Good morning, everyone. Wendy Chung, real estate broker with Century 21 and the Ottawa House and Condo Group. In my business, it's all about customer service. It's all about your integrity and your word. So with the forms that we need to fill out between ourselves and our clients, it is now even more complicated where it's actually written out, you know, what the responsibility is for the client and what the responsibility is of the designated representative. So things have to be very clear. And so setting expectations and keeping your word is what needs to happen in my industry. So it's very detailed in that manner. I also wanted to mention that whenever you get a referral from someone for your business, please don't take it for granted. Always call the source, call the person and thank them so that they know how appreciative you are, because you could have referred anybody else, but you decided to refer that person. I recently got a referral. Yesterday morning, I received a phone call from someone I've never met before. He is a direct neighbor of a client I helped out last year, and he's also interviewing agents to help him make a very significant move as well. So I have an appointment with them on Friday. And so when I go in there, I'm going to just lay it all on the line. And, you know, it sounded like from the first conversation I had with this seller that they're looking for someone who is going to just take them down the road. The last time they purchased was in 2008, and there's been a lot of changes in real estate since then. So I know that I have to spend several hours just going through everything with this family. So I'm very grateful to get referrals. So if you know of anyone that's looking for a move and would like to speak to someone in the field, please keep me in mind. In terms of BAMs, I've got nothing to report. I did forget to mention last week that I bought a foursome for Mike's golf tournament at Metcalf in June. So I'll be participating in that. And yeah, everyone have a great week. Thank you.
Wendy, thank you so much. And next item, just a quick promo, is AdHive. So if you need a meeting space, a short haul, or just need an office space, it's ideally located centrally geographically in the Ottawa area. It's just off of Maitland and 1 block in south of the Queensway. Eric, I've muted you, but it's over to you, and then we'll go to Jacqueline. Go ahead, Eric.
Thank you, Bernie. I'm trying to recover from playing soccer last night, and some Wednesday mornings I am more out of it than other Wednesday mornings, and this is a particularly bad Wednesday morning, because to train down I take my dog for a long walk at around 10 o'clock at night, and I stayed out with him to 1 o'clock in the morning, and that was not a good idea. The dog thinks it's a great idea, but I don't think it was a good idea for me. But that's why I woke up late. Um, when I'm not doing that, I'm an accountant in private practice. I operate in Canada. We specialized in people who have challenges in their personal taxes, or people who are in business and need an accountant to do their year end and their corporate taxes and their relationship with CRA. When I first started, the relationship with CRA took, I would say, 10% of my time, or my office, 10% of my office. Now I have one person totally dedicated to talking to CRA 8.5 hours a day.
No way.
That's if you talk to Caroline in my office, that's her job. And it affects her job because she has other duties that she cannot do because there's all these relationships with CRA. And you have to remember that if you send something electronically, like they're forcing you to send now, you're not sending any paper background on those numbers. You're not sending any documents to them. So they put you through a grid that, let's say, Wendy's a real estate agent. They compare her to real estate agents and brokers in the area. And if any data in there does not look passable compared to the average of the area, the computer sends a request for information. Well, the more you are out of the sync of your industry, the more items are going to come in that letter.
Mm.
And this year is going to be twice as bad, because this year, the people who give you documents, like banks, trust companies, and insurance companies, the T5s, the T3s, all of those things, all of those things did not get posted in time. So now you're sending your taxes, for those that we've done personal taxes, with which the government has no corresponding information there. And what's going to happen? And I talked to several accountants all over Canada, in fact, this week, and we're all complaining about the same thing. What's going to happen is that in June, July, we're going to get assaulted with letters from CRA requesting information. So right now, how we've conducted, how the message I gave my staff this year is, put a file together as if it was going to be audited. So now we're putting the information together so that if they ask for information, or if they want to audit, and we'll have to rate objections, we have the information here first. So that's what I'm going to be doing in my summer holidays.
That's not a beach ball, Eric. That's not a beach ball.
613-254-7310. And BAMS, it doesn't know this yet, but Tony's going to do a BAM with me this week, because I finished his year end and I need to review it with him.
Okay. Perfect.
Bam, 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 bam. Yeah. The other bam. Yeah. Eric, just careful at 1 a.m. That's when most of the nocturnal animals are out, especially the ones that spray people and dogs.
Yes. But he was leash most of the time.
Yeah. Well, I remember coming around a hedge, and all of a sudden there was the black and white putty cat, and yes. No thanks.
We had a run-in with a porcupine last night.
Oh, there. See, you never know what you can find around the corner. Yes. Eric and I live roughly in the same neighborhood. Phoenix Business Exchange calendar. If you have an event that's coming up, or you know of an event that would affect businesses and for the rest of your business community, post the information in there. And Jacqueline. So Tony just asked me to say, what is a BAM? And so a BAM, it's not a stick over the head. It's a business activity meeting. And that's where you're getting together and having a chat with somebody to understand the nature of their business and other needs they might have in the business world. Like, for example, if they're running into loggerheads with CRA, Eric can help them out, or Eric can explain why somewhat. And Jacqueline, over to you.
Good morning, everyone. And as we're listening to what Eric has been talking about, I know, I take long, deep breaths. Eric, thank you so much. And I do lift my shoulders and I take them back and I drop them down and I try not to spill my coffee while I'm thinking about what would CRE have to say to me today. So as I have beautiful conversations with friends, I often am available to with gratitude. There are a couple of my clients who parents have passed away. Mom, dad have decided I'm good here. I'm good here. Now I'm onward, upward. And they invite me to the celebrations of life because in some way I help them celebrate their life, whether it was their parents or the kids, whatever they did, the conversations we've had isn't always about mortgages. It's about what would I like to do? What are my next steps? Would you like to have a tea with me? What's high tea? I have no idea. I understand you know that, Jacqueline. You do these kinds of things. And as we continue to have conversations, we know that there are opportunities out there to take a hand, take a walk. And sometimes those walks are, I didn't tell them. However, I would love to talk to you about taking care of consolidating some of my debt. What's happening to me is going to be incredibly challenging. Can we talk about it? You took care of my mortgage 4 years ago. Can you do something in the next year? My term's coming up, Jacqueline. Interesting to have those conversations. Unexpected. I told you already, we're all of service. And so when you're looking for strategies for your mortgage money, take a breath. Inhale deeply, because I am your mortgage honey.
Jacqueline, thank you so much. And next, quick prompt, Mike Wazowski. He can be a stand-in if you need. If his calendar is working in alignment with you being absent from one of the meetings, he can represent you and he'll do your pitch. Matt, I know you're waiting. Your hands are clasped. Going, when's Bernie getting to me? I'm here. Over to you, and then we'll go to Alvin. Matt, go ahead, sir.
Good morning, everybody. Matthew Ledard here from Arizona HVAC Services. We're a full service HVAC company, as most of you all know here. For the people that are new, we are a local family run HVAC service company. We take care of anything to do with gas, gas fireplaces, furnaces, water heaters, barbecue lines, air conditioners, heat pumps, pretty much anything to do with gas and for your comfort in your home. So my ideal customer is somebody that's in the market for something like that. Right now there's some programs going on with heat pumps where you can get some rebates back and some good promotions going on. And before the heat waves kick in here, as you can tell, things have been warming up, a little bit of humidity. I know yesterday my house was 25.5 degrees inside, and I'm sitting here reluctantly trying not to turn on my AC, but it is getting to that time where we're going to have to do it. So if you're in the market, don't wait too long, because we do get booked out, 4 to 6 weeks during our crazy busy season. And we'd hate to see you have to go with somebody else because you can't wait for us. So again, Matthew Ledard from Arizona HVAC Services, quality you can trust, guaranteed. Thank you so much, everybody. BAMS.
Yep.
Jacqueline actually reached out to me last night. One of her friends, Natasha, has a broken down water heater, and so I'm working on getting that taken care of for her. And she's also possibly in the market for a new furnace and air conditioner, which I'm going to see her tomorrow for that part of it. So thank you so much, Jacqueline. I really appreciate that help there and that lead and the information. So we'll get her taken care of for you. Okay.
Matt, thank you so much. Next quick prompt. We're also looking for delivery and courier services for inside the Phoenix family. And again, if that comes across, reach out to Penny Lee. But you know what? If you come across any business that's looking for a network to help market their goods and services, have them reach out to Penny Lee or Tony or myself. Alvin, if you're available, sir, the screen is yours. Do a quick intro where you're at, and you make sure to put your contact details in the chat. Go ahead, Alvin.
Morning, everyone. I'm sorry my camera's been off. I'm suffering from allergies right now, and I didn't want to have a sneeze attack while everyone's watching me. So, I believe I'm supposed to share my screen today to show you guys a sample of what I do. I'm a photographer based in Ottawa, and I'm focused on portraits and events. So if it's okay if I could share my screen to
Sure.
show.
Bottom center, the green share button. That's it.
So can everyone see my screen right now?
Yep, we see your desktop.
Yeah, we see. Yeah. Just realize we're live and don't put in your PIN number.
Okay, so everyone can see the grid, the photo grid that's in front of them.
Yes.
right
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
All right. So this is the kind of shot most people come to me for. So normal, basic white background headshot. That's what most business owners or most people running a business are looking for.
Mhm.
And this is an example of family photos. That's the third thing I do. And the rest are just portraits for people that want usually models or anyone doing something specific that they need special pictures for. And that's what these are. This was a group of, I think their media team. Yeah, so a media team that wanted photo for their website, got it done for them. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it on that end. I dropped my information in the chat, but you can also feel free to visit my website, alvanakin.com. So it has a lot of my work on there, especially for events. My event portfolios on there. So this is just, if you can see the video, just a quick show of what I do at events. I usually run like a photo booths where people just stand and I get a picture of them. And then during the event, I also move around to capture, the presenters or also like the hall or the table setup and things like that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, Alvin, thank you for the sharing. Those were excellent photographs. Well set up. Well done. All right, Mr. Tony, give us a short, sweet hello because we're at 8:40, and I'll do mine, and then we'll go to our guest, or hell. Go ahead, Tony.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Bernie. Hi, everybody. Tony Jennis from Higher Self. I'm the spirit guy of the group. I connect to those things that are energetic and that are in that world. If you're a member and you haven't had a tuning with me, it takes about an hour to an hour and a half. If you come to me stressed, you won't be leaving that way. I look at many things that get us off the vibration that we are in. When we feel like we're connected, we feel like we are on top of the world. It's almost like you get every green light going to work and every green light coming home. It's when things are off. Is like I just feel off today, and it just like every little thing the smallest thing you want to do, it just doesn't seem to work out the way that you planned. So come in for a tuning session. I work with tuning forks and many other things. I've got singing bowls and gongs, that kind of thing, and it's all in a specific frequency that the body remembers. We have ancestral memory in our tissues. And when we hear a certain sound, a certain frequency, we just naturally calm down. There's thousands of years old, these frequencies, and they've just been discovered over the last, again, 50 years. And we're slowly implementing them in many things like drums and all these things. They're not just those things, but it's connected to something a lot larger, all right? Every Friday at 1:30, I do an online meditation class. It's an hour, 1:30 to 2:30, and it's a nice unplug. And these days I'm going live. So it's unrehearsed, and we just get on there and we talk about various things in our life that has to do with energy. This week, we're going to be talking about a dog's purpose. We've touched on this a little bit in another episode, but there's so many people that are connected to their pets, and there's just so many things going on there. There is a way that a pet understands you, and we're going to be talking about why some of these pets are with you. Many times when people lose a pet, let's say, for just to give you a quick excerpt, is that they lose a pet, they decide, well, I don't want to go through that again, and then they end up not having another pet. And that's usually really tough on the pet that wants to send you another pet, because pets have that. When they are in that spirit world, they don't want you alone. Because, sometimes you could be alone in an apartment or whatever, and they just don't want to go through the hassle. But absolutely, pets are a great inspiration to our lives. They force you to walk even though you don't want to exercise, because you got to take the dog for a walk, but you're going for a walk, kind of thing. There's many different ways we do that. So just a quick announcement was I've got a booking for a Wakefield Sound Botanical Show on June the 21st. I'll be there for meditation, and it's sort of a day walk, and it's a being in nature. I'm not sure if we're going to be going fishing there, Matt, but we are going to be outside, and there is a lake, so we might get lucky. Maybe they'll bring the husbands and they'll go fishing while the wives are doing the spiritual stuff. You never know. Either way, it's going to be a good day. Also, the Kempville show is this weekend. On Saturday, I'll be at the Kempville Community Center doing I'll have a whole list of my crystals and all that stuff out there. So those of you that are in that area want to come in and say hi, that'd be great. All right. So Tony Jennis from Higher Self, we are here to raise your spirits. Oh,
Thank you, Tony.
and BAMs, did a BAM with Penny Lee, going to her potluck there this Friday. And ongoing business, of course, with Eric. He's doing our taxes and that kind of thing. And we've got Dwight. Get a hold of him. He's our caterer for the Monday group, and I'll be reaching out to him to get some patties for my daughter-in-law. And Susan McGarry for that order that I think you were there for last week or something. So thank you, Susan, for that. And I hope that client that I referred to you worked out okay. So over to you, Bernie.
Tony, thank you so much. So I'll be real quick. Bernie Fransberg, Creative Insight, Knack for Business podcast. Lots of people, lots of chats, all about business space. East Trade Winds, come on in. Also involved with the Property Wizard podcast about understanding investing inside the real estate space. And if you need someone to help you understand that process a bit further, I will recommend Fred Crouch. And BAMing, oh, funny. It's been a steady week. Let's see, Kara Lee this Monday. Jacqueline showed up at East Trade Winds. Thank you, Jacqueline. Matt, we've got something getting lined up for a quote. And Josh rebuilt a computer. So handy piece. If you're looking to, if you have an old piece of tech hardware, you can refurbish that puppy and you get you more zoom and boom. But that's a conversation between you and Josh, and that's what the BAMs are about. Rahel, how are you, sir? Welcome. This is an example of creative insight, by the way, connecting with people. Rahel has got a great product. He's here in Ottawa. I'm going to prime you guys. So basically, he has something that can be useful for your websites. And without stealing any more thunder, Rahel, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Bernie. And yeah, thanks so much for inviting me. It's great to meet everybody. And yeah, thank you, Bernie, as well for inviting me to the group. Yeah, awesome to hear everybody's stories and thoughts. Yeah, I guess I guess I should introduce myself first. So I'm Rahel. I'm a software engineer entrepreneur. Basically, I like to work on software products and develop them. Yeah, we could talk more about during the presentation.
Okay, the presentation is yours, sir.
Thank you. There we go. Okay, can everybody see my screen?
You're up and running.
Awesome. So, yeah, super glad to be presenting. Basically, yeah, I'm a software engineer and I worked for a couple of AI startups and then decided to do full-time entrepreneurship. I have a couple of previous product launches from before, and Web Indexer is the latest one. So I want to start off by asking for a show of hands. So please raise your hand if you find yourself using Perplexity or ChatGPT or any other AI search tool instead of Google. Okay, we've got I think about 50% of the audience. So thank you for raising your hand. The reason why I wanted to ask that question is to emphasize a paradigm shift that's happening in how people are looking for information. So no longer do you have to go digging for an answer to your question. You can just ask that question and receive an answer in the context that you want. And people are undoubtedly becoming more and more used to this, as even Google search felt pressured and implemented something called AI overviews, but they made the mistake of using some questionable sources. As you can see here, they recommend eating a rock every day. So I hope you guys have had your daily rock for the day to stay healthy. And the next problem I want to talk about is a common one. Most websites leave users to figure things out on their own. Navigation can be clunky, search features can be outdated, and chatbots often just escalate everything to a human agent after saying, "Oh, I can't help you with that." And the result is that if users can't find what they need, they either leave the site or they send an email and then have to wait, sometimes for days. And it's just a bad experience for them and a missed opportunity for you. So here's that problem summarized in a meme. So this is where Web Indexer comes in. It lets you and your business embrace that paradigm shift of information search and to also improve conversion in 3 easy steps. So first, we turn your website content as well as any additional information into a search engine. And then you can easily add that search engine to your website in the form of a chatbot. It'll be able to answer questions from your website visitors and qualify valuable leads so that you can contact them. And actually, we're going to do a live demo right here, right now, with someone from the audience. So I'm looking for a volunteer, and the only criteria is that you have to have a website. So if anybody would like to pipe in and tell me your website, and we can
could
do
you
that.
try lovehigherself.com?
Sure, yeah. Let me just share my other screen over here. I'm gonna have to ask you to spell that, but I will make that
Love,
as well.
L-O-V.
Thank you.
Love Higher Self.
Okay, perfect. So lovehigherself.com.
Yes.
Okay. And so basically, I just made a new project on the Web Indexer website, and I've plugged in the domain that Tony has kindly shared. And right now, what it's doing is it's going to that website and collecting all the information and putting it into a database, which will be
It's a pretty
used
big
later.
site. It's about 80 pages.
Okay, we're only doing 10 for now, but we can do the full 80 at a later time. In the interest of time, we'll stick with that. And of course, we get an error, even though I had tested this this morning. We'll give it about 5 more seconds, and if it doesn't work, we'll have to go and look at an existing project, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. So right now it's going and collecting the data, and while that's happening, we can just check out what it will look like on lovehigherself.com. So this is a template of the website, and here we can see in the bottom right, a little chatbot icon has appeared, and we can ask this chatbot certain questions. So we can say, what does this business do? So I've asked, what does this business do? And the chatbot has responded, we help individuals discover their spiritual connections and maximize their natural potential through services like Feng Shui consultation, spirit life coaching, and tuning fork healings. Then it goes on to ask us some questions such as what draws you to our service. So they engage with the visitor and will help them convert while answering any questions they might have. So this was created just now. There's no prior
So
setup
this
or
is
anything
like a
like that.
live chat, but it's done through AI.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it. That's exactly the right way to think about it. It's available 24/7 to respond. So companies that do quote requests that benefit from having a live agent that can answer questions benefit a lot from this.
But what if there's a question that it can't ask, like what would be the price of something,
Yeah.
or what? So then would it let me know or something, or?
Yes. So we can monitor all conversations in that the users are having with the chat, and conversations where an answer is not coming from the knowledge base from the website. So, for example, the price, if the price is not in the website and someone has asked about it, then it'll get
Okay.
flagged as an automatic negative comment. And then you can see what sort of questions that people are asking that are not already in the knowledge base.
Okay. Can you try one question?
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of one. What is the price of a black tourmaline bracelet? Just to see how fast it would bring it up.
Not sure if I spelled tourmaline there.
Tourmaline.
Okay, perfect. I have spelled it right. Yeah, so it says
Black
we don't
tourmaline.
have the pricing information for a black tourmaline bracelet, and then it tries to qualify you as a lead again by asking for your name. Let me zoom in for you there. I can see you leaning in. So yeah, it says it doesn't have the pricing information for a black tourmaline bracelet, and then if we go to insights, normally it gets classified as a negative comment. At this point, it hasn't for some reason.
Okay, but the price is in there. Does that mean it didn't go through the whole site?
Yeah, it's only gone through about. It's taking a bit longer. Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
It's
it is a
done.
big site. Yeah.
So here we should see some data pop up in a second, and then we can query it to see if Black Tourmaline Bracelet has been included in one of those pages. And if it hasn't, then we'll have to re-crawl it with the full
Okay.
80 pages. But yeah, it's just taking a second for the data to be loaded. So we'll go do something else until that happens, and then come back to this.
So if anybody has any questions, so this is like a live chat, because the reason being I just sort of lost two clients. They tried to find out something, and they were on it for a little bit, then they left, and
Yeah.
I found out through another source. So this is sort of timely for me.
Yeah,
And
for
then
sure.
instead of, because I don't have time to go online and answer the questions personally, I'm doing so many other things, and so this would answer that, correct?
Yes, yeah. So, and any questions that the chatbot doesn't have the information for, you can just add it in the knowledge base. I'm going to go to a different project because for some reason the data is not loading over here, and I want to showcase what it actually does. So I'll
You can
just
use
go to
mine
this
if you
one.
want, RL.
Sure, yeah. Oh,
That'll do too. Clean Shield's good. It's all good.
yeah. So here we've indexed Bernie's Creative Insight website, and if I was curious to know whether Black Tourmaline Bracelet had been in here, I can type Black Tourmaline Bracelet, but there's no Black Tourmaline Bracelet on Creative Insight. But I'm not sure if you have something like pricing, but we can type in pricing and see if there's anything related to that. And no, not really anything about pricing, but we do have a awesome description of Bernie over here, um, as well as the link to it. So that's the other benefit of the chatbot is when you ask it questions, it can direct you to certain pages on your website.
Search for Fred Crouch. That might be an easier one to kind of search out.
So do you have to do this every time a client or a potential client comes on, or you do this once and the chat AI would know everything about the site and answer it right away, correct?
Yeah, so there can be a multi-step process. Some clients you can actually do this yourself without my intervention by just going to WebIndex, you create an account and creating a project. But with the chatbot responses, what I've found with some other clients is that sometimes it can be an iterative process. For example, sometimes the chatbot may hallucinate and assume that you provide services that you don't actually provide. So in that case, you have to go and adjust what the chatbot thinks about your business. So for example, you can specify additional things in the business description by providing what specific services you offer, and that way the chatbot is more geared towards what you offer. So it can be an iterative process where you observe what people are asking you, and then you can refine both the behavior and the knowledge to align it with what you want the chatbot to do. So another potential thing that you can have it do is to give it a Calendly link, and this automatically then schedules appointments and recommends appointments. So if I ask for a booking appointment, then it will recommend, or it will give me a link to it. And then it will take me to this page where I can directly book an appointment with Bernie in the chatbot itself. And you can go to Creative Insight and book an appointment through this way as well. So that's an additional way that it qualifies leads and directs them to convert.
So what's the cost of this, Real? Well, like, how does it how does it work? By the month or by the year? Or?
Yes, we have a competitive pricing of $20 a month. So that gives you up to 1,000 messages a month from the users. You can integrate it with any website and customize it, and you can crawl up to 3 domains. So if you have multiple websites that you want to put in the chatbot as a data source, you can do that as well. And if you have files as well, so if you have any doc files or PDF files with your information, you can upload that to the chatbot as well, and it'll have access to that information.
A couple quick points here. It's in Canadian dollars, not USD.
Oh,
right.
yes.
So one.
Yeah,
and two,
yeah, I noticed that. Yeah.
And how does the price point compare to other services that offer these type of bots?
Yeah, so a lot of other bots, they tend to do a bit of price gouging. For example, there's one called TDO by Drift, and what they offer a $20 package, but then they put every other feature in the more expensive package, which is $749 a month. And for that, you can, with the $749, you can actually customize the appearance, but who's going to pay $749 for that? So that's what I found for a lot of these chatbots is that they will offer a baseline product, but then they'll hide all of the features in a more expensive product. Whereas with WebIndexer, what you pay and you get everything in the basic plan. I don't have anything in the pro plan that's higher except for the more messages. So that's one major difference. There's other differences as well. Like I've done tests with some other chatbots on the quality and accuracy of information search. Some chatbots will still hallucinate and give information even though it may not be true. Whereas this one, it's always limited to whatever is in the knowledge base. So the chatbot is essentially just an interface to whatever is in your knowledge base. And you can control that, so you can control what information the chatbot has, and it won't be hallucinating and making things up according to whatever it thinks.
Riel, how often does it refresh the information from the website?
So great question. Currently it does not, but that is a feature to be added. So it'll be a recrawl feature where every month or whatever frequency you set it up, it'll be recrawling the website for that information and then updating its knowledge base. Yeah, so not a feature yet, but it will be very soon.
Yeah, because I'm thinking of upgrading a number of things on my website, adding some things, and there's going to be probably another 80 to 100 pages added over the next month or so. And so you can just, like, once it's completed, you can just refresh it manually?
Yes, yeah. If you go back to it, you can just, you can delete the crawl and then re-add it, and it will go back to the website again and then recollect the information and the updated information.
So what constitutes a message? It says 1,000 messages. Is that if somebody just goes on there and says, I want to make an appointment, or I need to know about a product or a service. So that would be considered one message. So if they go back and forth, and let's say they do it 20 times, that's 20 messages, or it goes by the client.
It goes by the number of messages.
By the number
not
of
by
messages.
client.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. And I haven't had anybody reach the message limit yet. And yeah, it's definitely something that, you know, like the pricing is not fixed. It's still flexible. This is still early product days, so something that, you know, maybe changed in the future. So yeah, it's flexible. If you need more messages, I'm sure we could work something out.
Yeah. It sounds very interesting.
Real, what else? So if someone recommends this service to another party, what are the benefits? In other words, say Jacqueline knows this one, or you know what, Susan's got her hand up. We'll let Susan fire off, but I would come back later on to do how does that affiliation work? Susan, go ahead.
Oh, thank you, Bernie. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just had a question. I have a website through PureTrim, right? But I don't own the domain or the DNS or anything like that. Can this still be added if I give you my website?
Yeah, it can.
Okay, we'll be in touch.
Yeah, there's no, it just goes, it sees whatever a person sees on the website. So no requirement for any DNS.
Love it. Thank you. That answered my question.
So you could be on a website on one end and then attach another website to bring in that information?
Yeah. So here I can add another data source, and I can add in puretrim.ca or .com.
It's susan.puretrim.com. Susan.puretrim.com. Yeah. All one word. That's it.
Yeah, it's going to it, and it's collecting the information right now.
Oh my word. Blow my brain. I've just been researching this just this week, and it's an amazing. It's like having your own personal assistant on your website. Seriously, that answers all the questions.
Yeah.
But more importantly, though, you can put your booking calendar in there.
Yeah, I have that too.
Yeah, I have that. Yeah,
Take care, Jacqueline.
Awesome. Yeah, I will finish up the presentation here. Let me just share the presentation one more time.
Bye,
okay.
Wendy.
Yeah, so here are some other websites that have implemented Web Indexer. This is Impagination, led by. Also, do we have enough time here since it's 9 o'clock?
You keep going. I'm just posting your contact.
Put your contact.
I'm posting your contact details in the chat.
Okay.
So that's his LinkedIn profile and Rail's and his website. Go ahead, Rail.
Thank you, Bernie. No. Yeah, so Laurel Carr, she does coaching and consulting for businesses, and the chatbot provides information and pushes visitors to register for Laurel's business seminars, which she does a lot of. So she wants clients to register for them. So the chatbot pushes them to do that. Then we have, as we saw, Clean Shield Solutions, which has an aerosol spray for disinfection. And the chatbot answers questions regarding that for any interested parties. Then we also have a new one. This is Mealistro AI. It's recipes for home cooked meals, and the chatbot will be implemented as a core feature of the product to answer users' questions and to deliver recipes if they have questions or if they want some recipes. And then also Mosaic Convention Center, which is a wedding planning service. And they are going to be using the chatbot to deliver instantaneous quotes to interested couples, so they don't have to wait for an email and then risk going with someone else in the meantime.
This is so amazing.
That's a great feature.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you're also supporting Canadian when you go this route.
Yeah. I like local businesses. I think can benefit a lot from this, and the price point is I wanted to make it much more on the cheaper end so that small businesses can take advantage of this without having to shelve out the $60,000 that some chatbots are priced at. So that's the goal.
Is there a trial period, Riel, just to see, because if we can implement it and try it out for a week or something like that, or?
Yeah, yeah. There's a 1 month free trial.
Okay.
And
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
with the basic plan. And then after that, it's $20 a month. But yeah, during that 1 month free trial, you get access to all the features, and you can try it out, test it out, see how you like it.
So 20, you can put that right on the Phoenix website. Folks, it's 9:06, and I'm just trying, I don't want to, two things you got to know. Rail's got an affiliation piece that he can describe because it's his puppy, and I'm going to fire off the quote for the day and be brave enough to be bad at something new. John Acuff and Rail, tell us about the affiliation.
Yeah, so we're still early days. I'm looking for more clients, more small businesses to bring this product out. So if you know someone or know of someone who could use this service, if you send me their email, you will receive 100% of the profits from that client. So that's profits, not revenue, but that's just to grow the business and to get my name out there. So yeah, that's it for the referral and affiliation piece.
Yeah,
Thank you,
I
Bernie.
recommend Susan. Susan recommends me.
Oh,
That's right. And I'll
you guys
recommend
have
my
figured out the
sister's
system.
restaurant. Yes.
But but seriously, this is like a calendar booking link. You ask your questions, right? And as you grow your website, reload it, right? And and Rail will push out an update on that. But if you have comments and for improvement, he's the source. You know, much like what Tony was talking about earlier. What do I do with this widget? It's not widgeting, right? Meet the widget master.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Rael. That's awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So you have an email. I saw
Yeah,
your.
contact
I
info.
fired the information inside
Oh,
the
did
chat.
you?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
missed it.
I think I saw.
Oh, you're
There
not
he
paying
is.
attention.
Oh yeah, there it is. Okay, got it. Okay, Rael, we'll be talking.
Awesome to connect. Yeah.
I've taken
Yeah,
your
can you
information,
join us?
Rael, and I'm going to
Should do
pass
this
it
in our.
forward to Airzone's owners as well. We work with Chirp, and so it sends us information and emails and things like that back and forth when somebody responds to our virtual assistant that we send out, and then we take over the conversation afterwards. But we also have our website set up, and we have about 1,000 pages on our website. We have quite a robust website, and all the information and stuff that we've inputted into it. And the owner tends to respond to these chats when somebody goes in there. He's the one that's taking control of these, and I think he values his time a lot, and this
Oh
might
yeah, this is gonna.
be very, very beneficial to him. Our website is quite very user friendly already, and a lot of information in there. We actually had to send some cease and desist out to other companies that were stealing content from our website and stuff like that. So, yeah, this could work quite well with this. So I've taken your information. I'll pass it on to the owners here, and we may be in touch with you.
Yeah, I'd love to connect. And that's one of the staple use cases. If you already have existing conversations, we can put that into the chatbot as well. So we can basically clone the owner, and then he would be the chatbot.
Yeah. I'm also I use a Google Calendar. They updated Google Calendars with an availability calendar that you can send out to clientele. So I missed part of it. I had to take a phone call in the middle of it, but I did catch the end of it. It sounds like you have something like that as well. So I'd maybe love to sit and chat with you a little bit
Yeah,
in the future, maybe booking a band with you.
Yeah, you should join.
Sounds good.
Yeah. So thank you very much. Great presentation, what I caught there, and probably be in touch. Thank you so much. Have a great week, guys.
Thank you,
Okay.
Matt.
Yeah, take care, bud.
Thanks, Rail.
Hey, Sam, isn't it wonderful you asked me to speak? And I did.
Yeah, you spoke. You're a ventriloquist.
Yeah.
Rael, I'm old. What's your number? Area code first?
613
Thanks.
862.
Yeah.
Are we live right now?
Oh,
Do you want that
wait a
live? Sorry.